Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your January 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aries, so please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so right away here, Aries, we will dive into the cosmos. We'll take a look and see what the full moon is bringing up for you in January, along with the new moon that's showing up on the 21st. So you have here Capricorn, Gemini, Pisces, and Aries, you. So you may have these additional placements in your chart. You may be dealing with others who have these placements in their chart, or you are just embodying the overall energy. Now we have a Cancerian full moon that took place on the 6th of December. That may have been a very powerful time for reflection, a time to go within and release once and for all, or really focus on letting go of challenges, struggles, or obstacles that you have faced. Now the new moon lands on the 21st of January, and the new moon is a very powerful time because it is all about forward movement, new beginnings, and we'll actually be out of a few different retrogrades at that time, so we'll be moving forward with more ease. Now the first half of January can be a little bit rocky for some of us because we're still focusing on leaving the past behind. 2022 Aries may have been a really heavy, thick year for a lot of you, and you're leaving it behind. You're focusing on what it is that you can control, which is your own energy. You cannot control that of others. I'm also sensing that you may be leaving behind a lot of things in the physical as well. Relationships that are not healthy, dynamics, patterns that you may have grown accustomed to over time. Whatever it is that is just not benefiting you any longer, you're really reevaluating during this retrograde season and the first half of January, where you're reevaluating, you're rethinking things through and wondering how to take the next action step. So leaving the past behind is a primary focus for you. It's also Capricorn season. And this is the energy of Capricorn. So January is a very strong month, especially between January 1st and January 20th, which is that Capricorn energy here. So that is a primary focus. And then the 21st is that first new moon in Aquarius of 2023. And that's about getting logical, getting analytical, and using your rational thinking to focus on long-term goals and success. It wouldn't surprise me to see your energy, the authority, the emperor showing up in your reading here. So I'm getting a big pause that may take place for reflection, but then a lot of gusts to move forward, Aries. Now we also have this Gemini energy. Clear your mind, because some of you may have really been overthinking things, overworking, over analyzing. For some of you Aries out there, this is a time to get clear on what it is that you want to manifest. In order to do that, it may be very important for you to practice more mindful meditation, for you to take breaks to quiet the noise, maybe in the outer world, or just to focus on an intention. It would be a really wonderful month to create a vision board or to create a journal practice. Some of you may have set the intention of reading, writing, or doing more meditating, yoga, things of that nature. But I am sensing that you're tuning into the spiritual side this year, especially with 2023 being a 7 year overall. And if you've been watching my readings, 7s are all about spirituality and inner awareness. So this is showing up right away for you in January, where you're getting ready to clear the mind so you can make way for new ideas, new growth, and new expansion. Now, Aries, this Pisces energy coming in is saying it's important to honor your feelings, okay? Because feelings are an earthly human emotion that we tend to ride that wave. We ride the roller coaster wave of emotion. But sometimes people have grown accustomed to numbing their emotions, to getting rid of them, to not validating them, or just casting them to the side. They think, well, who needs emotion? Or some of you may even feel like you have too many emotions. Okay, and it's important to know that that is part of the human experience, to honor those emotions that you have, but ride them like a wave. Don't let them sit, suppress, and store and lodge within the body. Just take a look at them from maybe a bystander point of view, where if you can look at it from that third party and you can say, well, this is what I'm feeling, but that doesn't define who I am on a soul level. I'm just having this emotion based on an experience that has happened. Okay, because again, here having you being a soul, having this earthly experience here, it's very important to honor those feelings, but know that those feelings are not indefinite. So next we have you Aries, showing up here, last quarter moon, working through those feelings. And that's what we were just talking about with that Piscean energy. So again, the first half of January, especially from the 1st to the 20th, you're feeling that Capricorn energy here of leaving the past behind. And some of you are still working on some deep-seated emotions within yourself, within maybe a parental dynamic, whether your own parents or you are the parent. This could be a relationship in matters of the heart. Perhaps this is an intimate relationship or romantic. It could be a friend, a partner, a coworker. It's someone who has shifted something within your heart here, and possibly you felt a certain way because of it. There may have been an argument. There may have been some sort of resentment, bitterness, disappointment, or heartbreak that has occurred for you in the past, Aries. It's important for you to work through those feelings and honor them, because that's part of this experience, is to honor them, not push blame, not push criticism, but to take a look and say, I'm honoring these emotions based on an experience that I've had with another person, or even within oneself, based on something that's happened in the past, and work through those feelings so they don't get in the way, so they don't get caught up and you trip over them, so we don't self-sabotage our success when it comes to love or career or finances or even our own health, because we can get highly emotional when it comes to the way we feel about ourselves, Aries. So whether this has to do with your weight, your appearance, your age, or whatever it may be for you, it's okay to have those feelings, but know that they do not define who you are. And most importantly, they should not set you back on your path to success. So let's take a look here and dive into the tarot and see what else is coming up for you. What do we have here for Aries? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have a lot of cards coming out here. So you're definitely on your way to creating movement. You have double Knight energy. We're just going to get a couple more here to clarify. Thank you, Spirit. They're saying one more. All right. Okay, so you have double Knight showing up here. You actually have the Knight of Ariel and the Knight of Michael. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So what's happening here is you have a lot to accomplish, but you may be getting a slow start, which we've already talked about. It's okay to have this slow start. Actually, the Chinese New Year doesn't even start until, I believe, April 1st. So this is, yes, a fresh start, but it's okay to not immediately feel the energy and the vibe of 2023. It's something that it's okay to ease into, especially with the planetary alignments, the shifts going on, and even on a collective level, Mother Earth is speaking out. She is making her presence known in 2023. So pay attention to weather patterns, dynamics, animal behaviors, even the planetary shifts and alignments. You may see shooting stars more this year. You may see more activity in the sky, in the earth, in the ground. So pay attention. Now, the Knight of Ariel, you are working your way towards success. Aries, you are a very trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny soul. and you've chose to have those characteristics and traits in human form here. There's so much to accomplish for you in the future. Make a very detailed plan, okay? Because this is time for you to plan, pause, and reflect so you can move forward. The Knight of Ariel here is the knight that moves. All the knights are action oriented, but this is the knight that moves the slowest. Also, it says here, you're being watched over by someone kind. So this could be someone who's crossed over in spirit world. It could be a loved one that you may have been thinking about lately. I'm getting grandparents for some of you. It may be a cousin, sibling, parent, friend, but you're being watched over. Also, this could be someone who has not crossed over yet, who you are on their mind. They're thinking about you and they want the best for you. So Knight of Ariel. Now, as you navigate into the month, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, once that new moon picks up in Aquarius on the 21st of January, you're ready to get your mojo on here. You're very strong, committed, intellectual, and diligent. And it says, time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion, which we were talking about that earlier. So not letting yourself get caught up in the emotional ups and downs. Yes, it's important to honor those feelings. Take a look at them from, again, that outside bystander point of view. Acknowledge them. Tell yourself that it's absolutely part of this human experience to have them, but then move forward. Choose logic over emotion, because there may be some quick, sudden changes, Aries, that takes place for you towards the end of the month. And it's going to be time to get that ball rolling here for you. When the Knight of Swords shows up, you have Aquarius, that is air energy. Something may actually come into your energy where you receive an invitation or you receive some sort of message. That's what I'm getting intuitively. I don't see any cards that talk about a message coming in yet, but I feel that. Or it's about you receiving messages from the divine and your higher self that's saying, all right, Aries, we've given you this time to reevaluate. It's time for you to move forward here. Because again, you start off with leaving the past behind. And when the Knight of Swords shows up, this is you rushing towards what you believe is important to you. This is about you being that hero that you are in need of. So that is what you become, Aries. Next, we have the Two of Michael. It will all be better. Just make a decision. Don't overanalyze a problem. There will be compromise here. So if you have been struggling with the head and the heart, one direction pulling you this way and the other pulling you that way, this could also be butting heads with someone close to you as well. The Two of Swords can be about making decisions, because at times you feel the lack of direction because you don't have enough facts or enough evidence or enough data to move forward. You're just not sure. Do I stay or leave in this job? What do I do if I don't get the job that I want? What do I do in this relationship? So this can be a lot of what ifs. This can be a lot of hesitancy and a little bit of resistance. Again, it doesn't surprise me with the planetary alignments and the shifts going on here. Use this time to evaluate and then make a decision so you're prepared to move forward here. There's clarity coming in for you as well, especially when you clear your mind, which you have here in this Gemini energy. So clear the mind so that clarity comes to you. Next we have here, we have decisions. There is the death energy, which I love, because there's a death of an old situation. So you can rechannel that energy into something bigger, better, and healthier. Okay, this is the card of making decisions, which we just talked about. So some sort of smaller, not smaller decision. I feel like this is possibly the same decision, but time is ticking here where you may be thinking about what to do now, but then boom, towards the end of the month, a big decision needs to be made to shift that energy, because I feel like you can no longer carry any of this old. It's time to honor those feelings. Trust your heart, but also let your intuition lead the way. Even though we have a lot of logic here, trust your heart to lead the way and your intuition, but stay rational and logical about your decisions as well. So I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I'm getting here finding that balance. Thank you, Spirit. Balance. So the head and the heart, when the head and the heart meet, that's when the miracles happen. It says, release yourself from that which holds you back. a need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So remember earlier when we were talking about the way we feel about ourselves? You are absolutely worthy, Aries. And if anyone in your lifetime ever told you that you were not good enough, that you were not pretty enough, smart enough, intelligent enough, or lovable, maybe someone told you that you were awful or mean or arrogant, whatever those emotions that someone else projected onto you, remember that it was just because or part of that experience. That does not define you. You are absolutely lovable. You have what it takes to move forward and transform your life in a very powerful way. You have the confidence necessary to lead and to transform and create the type of life that you want for yourself. So I like that this death card is showing up smack dab in the middle of your reading, because it says that you will work through any of the feelings, challenges, resistance, or struggles that you have faced in the past. Now, what else do we have here? The sun, beautiful energy. I love this showing up for you. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Wow, what a wonderful card to have. And it's on the 19th as well, or it's card 19th. And that's when a lot of those shifts start to take place for you, is around the 19th, 20th, and 21st, Aries. So the sun card is all about abundance, happiness, success. It's also about better health. So if you are setting yourself up for a New Year's resolution, eating better, maybe dry January, or exercise routines, but most importantly, it's not just physical for you, Aries. This is mental health. This is about you thinking more clearly, bringing more positivity to your life, because you're choosing to see things and think things and feel things in a new way. Just like Wayne Dyer always says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And that's what's happening here within your energy. The sun card is very positive. So there's light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm getting here. So for some of you, you may have a decision in career, in love, in finances, or it's just about you shifting the way that you view things that may have held you back. Some of you have been really trying hard to get a new job, to build a business, to attract love, whatever it may be for you. But I'm sensing that there's some sort of shift going on within yourself first that's going to start to see the effects in your outer world. Oh my gosh, you can't make this up, Aries. Your final card here in tarot is the 10 of ARIES. This is the 10 of Pentacles. Who doesn't want to see the sun and the 10 of Pentacles? There is very much to be grateful, so very much. Financial success, Aries, and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. This is the happily ever after, you can have your cake and eat it too type of vibe. So combined and partnered with the sun, this could be healing through family situations. This could be landing that dream job in 2023. Now, I don't feel like, boom, this is all happening in January, but I sense that the biggest shift within you is happening in January, and 2023 in itself is going to bring about a lot of happiness. And also some of you may be thinking about retiring. I keep getting long-term goals and something with authority figures as well. So whether the authority figure is a boss, it could be you bossing up. Remember, I was feeling the Emperor showing up, which is you. I feel like that's a piece of it as well. But I'm certainly getting here rewards coming in, and it starts because you're setting the groundwork in January for the rest of 2023. Now, for those of you that haven't yet viewed your yearly 2023 reading, you may certainly want to do that. Let's take a look and see what messages your spiritual team has for you. And for those of you that are interested in any of the decks that you see used during your reading or any above, you can find all of that information in the description box below. All right, so what do we have here for Aries? They're saying one more. Okay. All right. I'm getting a strong M. M. If you have a name, I mean, I know a million of you have names that begin with an M, including my own name, but I feel M is very strong. Now this could be your first name that has an M. Some of you may have more than one letter M in a first name, a last name. It could be even a business name, or you may actually see an M. Maybe it's a M&M. It could be, whether it's an actual candy or the artist. There's just something here with an M showing up quite strong for you in your energy. So please take that as it resonates, Aries. Now we have here Star Mother, Star Mother. How can you mother yourself, Aries? How can you open up to the receptivity, the love that is outpouring from you because you are love? So there's a reciprocity happening here. So it's time to nurture and take yourself into the highest consideration. Nurture your dreams, nurture your body and your soul and your mind. How can you mother yourself in order for you to be the best possible energy that you can be in to really attract and manifest what you want in your life? It starts with you. Very beautiful. Next we have here Min Taken, longing for home, belonging, the original Lightworkers. So some of you may be feeling a little bit homesick. Now, I'm going to get as specific as I can here, but please take this as it resonates. And for some of you who have let your emotions really, really bring you to a dark place, I want you to know that you are so very loved, and please do seek out medical professional help if you are needing to reach out. There are helplines, there are people, but I am feeling here that if that is not your energy, if you're feeling good, great, awesome. But if you're not, know that you're not alone and you are supported here. I'm also getting that a lot of you are light workers here, and you've come to earth to help uplift mankind. You've come here to spread the love, spread the light. But sometimes when we are light workers, our path tends to be a little more difficult. Okay, we tend to go through hurts that are even more extreme than, I don't want to say the average person, because it's not about who can take on more pain in this lifetime, because sometimes something that may seem trivial or small to someone can be someone else's entire world. So again, it's just duality here, but I do feel that a lot of you are here to not just help heal yourself on a deeper level through the human experiences that you've gone through, but to help others, to teach others how to get through those experiences as well. Sometimes we need to go through those challenges so we can help other people learn how to go through the challenges themselves. I hope that resonates. I'm getting very emotional as I tune into this energy as well. Now that may be why you have some of these very strong emotions coming up here, especially honoring your feelings with this Pisces energy, because some of you feel deeply about Mother Earth, about animals, maybe about the world, about humanity or mankind in itself. You may have a gravitational pull towards women, towards children, towards people who've been in domestic violence or that have lost loved ones. So I'm feeling that your heart is speaking to you at this time. What pulls you into an energy of, I want to heal, I want to do this? It's part of your calling. Okay. And then lastly here, Aries, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And I love that we end with this, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to title this bonus reading or a cosmic reading, because I'm feeling an energy of cosmos really strong. And if you take a look at this card here, there's almost a reverberation, an energy alignment here that is going beyond. It almost looks like the auras is just stretching above. There's a frequency and there's a next level and a next level. So what's happening is we are raising our frequency on a collective. And I've been talking about this more and more, especially in the end of the year readings for 2022, because we are shifting our consciousness, which allows us to have more access to our higher selves. We've always had access, but I feel like we're able to remember why our soul came here on earth. We're able to remember what our purpose and what our calling is. And when we remember, we can trust. And when we trust, we can change our lives for the better, Aries. And this is a year for you to really dream a new world into being. Okay, allow yourself to honor those feelings, what you feel so compassionately towards. Don't ignore that calling, because that's part of the human experience. Very powerful here. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. You have the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. This is wonderful. You are heading towards your success, even though it may start off a little bit slower. Even if some of you are quite busy physically, I do feel that whatever you're working towards is going to be long term. So if you set some goals out for yourself, sometimes New Year's resolutions tend to fall apart in the first couple of months, or sometimes we just say, well, we're going to do dry January, February rolls around, you maybe pick up the bottle again. Whatever you're doing, I feel like you're staying consistent. Now, it doesn't mean that if you do decide to go back to doing something that, you're going to lower your energy or go backwards. I'm not saying that at all, but I feel that the things that you once enjoyed, or the things that did bring you instant gratification or pleasure, you may not enjoy those things as much. You're in it to win it. You're in it for the long haul. So that is what I have for you, Aries. I certainly hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Thank you so much for being here, Aries. Lots of love and light.